And it's a hot one today. The sun is rough, extremely rough. Woo, look at that, just horrible. Whew. So today's been pretty much a bust, and two, my right eye has been really bothering me today. Last night it started bothering me, and I think it's just irritated from a number of things. Of course, the pollution, the dust in the air, the wind, because inside I had to have fans. You have to have fans circulating the air in any room you're in, or it'll be hot and cold. You'll have a hot place in the room and a cold place in the room. So all that wind blowing around constantly now it's just irritated my right eye, because it's damaged from the surgery. They really messed my eye up during that surgery. Woo, Lord. If any of y'all can remember what my eye looked like after the surgery, it looked like Jello. It's like, how is that ever gonna get any better? Because it was just a big, huge red glob. You couldn't see anything. So I've been wearing my eye patch, and that has helped, but it's still irritated. And last night it got so bad, it's, I guess, dry to the water. I need to maybe use softer water on it. That's something I need to probably start using the water to wash my face and eye that's run through our filter that we drink out of. So I'll change that. That'll probably help. But it was so dry last night, I had to put some shea butter on it, because I knew it's hypoallergenic to a degree. I'm not, lathering up inside my eye or anything. But, and then the eye drops I have would change the pH in it to where that would make it even worse, So I'm just trying to get the inflammation down. That's, probably need to put some ice on it or something. I don't have any ice. That's one thing I've been thinking about getting, this little ice maker. I think that would come in handy every now and then, because it doesn't take a lot of energy from what I hear, and it's fairly quick and efficient. So, but that's another little doodad to have. All right. Today's been pretty much a bust because of the freaking hottest shit. It's 109 degrees. The sun is killer. And it was 95 at 7 a.m. So, and then my eye bothered me. Today's been a bust. This has been like the second time I've been outside, to be quite honest with you. It just laid in bed, catching up on my rest, because last night we went to bed about 3 o'clock, but I was out here past midnight working. And that's the thing, this table, this whole area was full of crap. Tools, a lot of hand tools, wrenches and stuff like that. This stuff that came out of the smaller of the two toolboxes that sold the other day. And I thought I'd gotten everything out of there, but when I went up there to help the guy load them up in his minivan, it was amazing. 2 full-size floor toolboxes, one of them 48 inches, the other one 42 inches, will fit in that minivan. It's on their backs. That's what's crazy. The smaller of the two was stainless steel, and I hated to get rid of it, but I just don't need it. I just do not need it. I've got tool chests and carts and boxes back in Alabama in my workshop. Don't need any more. So when those get transported out here to my future workshop, if that ever happens, I'm covered. And I hated to get rid of it. It's a really nice stainless toolbox, but man, was it heavy. Oh my God. We had to take all the drawers out of it. The red one, the Harbor Freight, they're top of the line. I believe it's the Yukon or whatever. It was there was nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it. it had a nice parquet wood top to it. It was real nice. Anyway, it wasn't that heavy. A good man, an average man could pick up and not strain too much. But the stainless, whew, wow, it was heavy. And we had to, you couldn't put it in there, sideways. Had to go in there end to end. And that meant whoever's end was going on first, he had to jump out of the way and then run back to the back and help the guy in the back, which was me. I was in the back. Man, that motherfucker was heavy holding it by myself, even though half of it was on the minivan. Woo, it was heavy. But we got them in there, and anyway, it still has some tools in it, so I had to freak out, and I had this cooler, the little gray cooler in there, and I just threw everything in there. So it was not only that, but this table was piled high with other stuff, and over here too, and over here. So we've got all of it organized now, and this goes back to the storage, and this will go on our trip. So we have all these extra boxes. This needs to go to storage, and this needs to get loaded up in the trailer. We're still to that phase where we're loading up, and it's a very hard job and challenge because we've never done this before. This is a first. We have traveled around a lot with this trailer and blue truck hitched together with all this stuff, but we threw it in there. This thing was piled front to back, head to toe, with totes and stuff. Well, we can't do that now because we're going to actually live in the thing. So we have to have some kind of organization. That's why we built cabinets and whatnot. Now, that's where we're at, is trying to decide what we actually need rather than everything we brought before and where we're going to put it. That's a big challenge. But we're getting there. I've got all the tools figured out. Got all the tools figured out, all the hardware figured out. So now it's food, water, clothes, and like personal items like bathroom stuff, towels, linens, pillows, that kind of stuff that you wouldn't bring out until right before you leave, But we do need to find a place for it, so when we do load it up, we won't be grasping at straws. That's where we're at. We got a lot left to do, but we are significantly down the road from where we started at. And we've got us, unfortunately, we had to buy a new generator, but we now have a running generator that will power everything in there at full blast all at the same time. And we can clean the carburetor and get this one, the old one, running, and we'll use it on the fifth wheel. Or you can hook them up together and get a 220 out of it. Be 7,000 watts, which is a pretty good generator. 3,500 watts for all that there. We'll have plenty of power to run anything we ever wanted with this right here. So that's a good thing. Solar would be better, but that's really expensive and it takes up footprint. All this right here needs is an extension cord and that in the back of the bed. Solar would, you have to have roof racks, the wiring just for the solar, the charge controller, the inverter, and the batteries. Whew. Significant amount of money. And that's 3,500 watts. I was considering like a 2,000 watt system, and This is $1,000 for this. And the cord, let's say, $1,000. And a solar system of the same caliber be significantly more. However, you do have to pay for fuel on that now. So, and it's not cheap. It's fairly efficient. We ran the fifth wheel with it. We had the large rooftop air conditioner running, the window unit running, 2 fans, and the TV at times. And it did fine until I forgot about the refrigerator, and it kicked on, and it crashed everything because that was just too much at one time. So turned the refrigerator on propane, which I should have done from the very beginning when the power went off. And we went back to the rooftop air, the window unit, 2 fans, and the TV and lights and whatever when we needed it. And it just buzzed right along. It didn't have any problems at all. Just cruised right along. And we got about 6 hours of run time on a tank of fuel, which is about a half a gallon, somewhere maybe a little more than a half a gallon gas. So it's not cheap now, but we're not going to be running that thing 6 hours straight in this thing. That's the whole point of being mobile, is to be a weather nomad, to travel to the area you want to travel to at the perfect time of the year to be there, where it's mild. You don't have to turn anything on except for a light at night. Whew. It is hot. We need to go inside. It's still, look at that, still crazy hot.